Would you rather have sex with a goat or a dude, but a hot dude? I'm on the road. We are all over the country, and my new special, False Gods, is on its way. I eased back slow, just real slow. Had his elbow right here, right in this area. Gave him a couple of these, just a couple of those. Just to let him know, that's all. And then he tapped real good, and I won. And then I had trouble looking left for 11 days. My comedy cuts to the bone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
I pulled something here just now.
No, you didn't.
I did that. I'm walking down the mean streets of OKC, and you know what I mean? Some guy's like, "What's up?" But if I have to fight for my life on the street, if I have to go from 0 to 100 like that, I better be very warm and thoroughly stretched. I was never influenced by comics. I never cared about comics.
Right.
My heroes were authors, great writers, because I don't know how they do what they do. When I see a comic, I know what he's doing.
Sure.
You know, when I see a great musician, I don't know, I have an idea now how they do it, I think, because it's similar to comedy in a weird way, maybe. But certainly don't have that talent. But great writers like Cormac McCarthy or John Steinbeck are so prodigiously, they're such giants. They're such giants. I guess I look at them the way I would look at some high-level physicist or theoretical mathematician like my friend Eric Weinstein, who just thinks on a level that I don't even know how to conceive of. I don't even know how you conceive of that. Great writers, great storytellers, great, like the person who wrote Finding Nemo or The Godfather or whatever. That's so hard to do, man.
Can I pick the dude?
Yeah, you can pick any guy you want.
I already know the dude.
Well, I know what it is. You're gonna say you're gonna go to Thailand.
No, I was gonna say Chris Hemsworth.
That's too quickly.
And he's so masculine.
Right.
He's 6'5", he's all muscle.
But he's Australian and handsome.
That's exactly. The better looking the guy, the more masculine, the least likely I am to have sex with him.
Right, exactly. I want
if a guy's super feminine, like
who?
and petite, maybe.
Who's it gonna be?
Well, my concern is that none of your reasoning had to do with the goat. You were like Chris Hemsworth, like no one's forcing your arm about it.
I know, dude. You jumped on it immediately.
Yeah, you're like, wait,
I take it back.
I know.
I mean,
I know who it is. You're like this. Can I go first? Do you know what I've never done when I boxed? Is I've never landed an uppercut ever in my life.
Are you looking for the opportunity?
Yeah, but it's never going to happen because you know what the truth is? I'm not a good boxer and I never will be. And in fact, you could even say I'm not a boxer. Even though I practice boxing, I'm not one and I never will be one. And anybody who's an actor who tells you they are one just because they can do moves is a liar. Unless you've had fights and won them. Ask me how many amateur fights I've had.
How many amateur fights you got?
None. But I tell people I box. And I think I box because I like saying that.
Yeah.
You see this? I have a tiny little mark there. I got punched in the eyeball by a very good woman. She is, we were just moving around, and she punched me in my eyeball. And I was like this. And I had to stop, and that's the truth. Her name is Natalie. She's awesome. And she punched me right in my eyeball, and she was just moving around with me. And she was like, we were doing like drills, and she went, like that, and I was like, yeah.
Was there any part of you when you took that to the grill that you thought, like, let me just shoot an uppercut real quick?
Yeah, but she wouldn't have been there. So, yeah, they said, guess what? She's better than I am.
Would you rather do 5 years in prison or 20 years on house arrest?
5 years in prison.
You think you're surviving 5 years in prison?
Sure.
For what crime?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fucking, I got hands, bro. I got hands. I'm also older now. So
They're gonna pass you around so easily.
Nobody wants a 58-year-old guy like me. It's not attractive. My buddy looked at me and goes, "You're not a good-looking guy."
That's not your buddy,
Yeah,
dude.
you used to have old butt cheeks.
Yeah, it's true though. It's like I used to be cute. You get to be 58. It's like you're not good looking. I was like, I know. Fuck off. I don't care.